What's the deal, everybody? This your boy Devon, aka Serpent20, and I'm back with another video. Um, I'm just gonna go out and say that The Order 1886 is a great game, but let me go out and just give out my introductions real quick, or where you can find me at. Um, you can look up Serpent20 on PSN, Xbox Live, Nintendo, and Twitch, as well as Skype. Everybody, this is your boy Devon, aka Serpent20. Wait, hold up. Another video. Um, I'm just gonna go out and say that The Order 1886 is a great game, but let me go out and just give out my introductions real quick, or where you can find me at. Um, you can yeah, you know what I mean. You can catch me at all those things. Now, with that being said, I had to turn on my audio real quick. Uh, my first impressions of the game, uh, it was great, man. You know what I mean? You had the developers, man. If you read up on the not read up, but if you looked at certain the developers' diaries, um, they really set out to what they planned on doing, which was to deliver the gamers a cinematic experience. You know what I mean? And that what they did. And you couldn't really tell between cutscenes from actual gameplay on certain aspects, because you know what I mean, it kept me engaged the whole time, because you never know when the QTEs, the quick time events, came into play on certain scenes. And for people that say that it was really short, it wasn't even that short. Now, granted, it should have been uh, longer than most single player campaign games, you know, because the average is basically about 10 hours. But I basically completed it in basically 7.5 to 8 hours. So basically, it was in, you know, a good medium size range. Um, which leads me to like the point of how, as far as ratings go. Now, I'm not a big gamer as far as trying to look up ratings, and if it's bad, I'm not gonna pick it up and all that crap, because I believe you you know, and me are the better reviewers than any other company can actually give it, because as the definition of a review is, you know, someone's triggering unbiased opinion, supposedly unbiased opinion, like a strong critique review on it. So whether they say, oh, it's a bad game or it's a mediocre game, you wouldn't know that unless you actually pick up the controller and play it yourself. Um, Shout out to my boy Brady, who helped me got the game. I had a $25 gift card from work, whatever, and I decided to go to Walmart to pick it up. So I basically got it for $40 with my help, with the help from my boy Brady. You know what I mean? So I had to go and pick it up. I played it all day yesterday, and it was just great, man. You know what I mean? Like, they actually did deliver what they supposed to deliver. Um, the gameplay is awesome. The visuals, nobody can contest that. The visuals was right there. It was on par. Um, I'm kind of glad that it is a PlayStation exclusive, because I believe if it was on Xbox with their capped at 900p, the visually it probably wouldn't look as great as it would be on the PS4. Um, the sounds were great. The music was great. The control schemes, like some people even like the fact that you can change the aim and the trigger buttons between L1 and R1, or L2 and R2. I kept it at the default controls, because now these new games nowadays with the controls with our are L2 and R2 buttons. Now they feel like more like trigger buttons now. So, we have to start getting used to that compared to the old school ways where it was L1 and R1. And for people who wanted to be like, oh, I don't want to get this game because it had a 6.5 or a 5 or below that, like, I would strongly recommend to go and pick it up yourself. You know what I mean? Test it out for yourself. I was anticipating this game for like months. I couldn't wait for February 20th. You know what I mean? I didn't pre-order it because I feel like the deals that they came with it, it wasn't something like a grabber for me to actually go and try to pre-order it. I believe you get like 2 skins, I believe, and some guns, I think. But other than that, I don't think it took away the experience if you didn't get those things. The way people receive this as a negative thing, I went out just to support, man, because obviously, and I strongly believe they're gonna come out with a sequel, which then just like with Gears of War, you know what I mean? The first one wasn't really all that great, even though some people still play to this day. But as you get the sequels, they tweak it, they perfected it, they get all the feedback from players and try to deliver something more. So this is why I believe we all should support it. You know what I mean? I like the actual fact that you can go around um, in a realistic sense. Now, people complain about the pacing of the game. I find the pacing to be all right. You know what I mean? It could have been, trust me, it could have been a lot worse, but it's okay. It's okay for me. As far as as what they were trying to deliver with the cinematic view or cinematic feel of the game, you have to feel like, I wouldn't say it's slow, but I would say it had to be like somewhat drawn back from being fast paced. Because if you're just going around just like dashing everywhere, running everywhere, it would take away the actual cinematic feel to the game. Now, again, other people didn't like the fact that it had the letterbox view to it, which I feel like that's where developers are leaning towards, because you see it on um, Resident Evil nowadays. You know what I mean? Like, not Resident Evil nowadays, but back in the day where certain scenes they cut it, they close you in. Um, the up to recently, the Evil Within, even though I didn't get the game, but I watch Let's Plays and stuff. The letterbox, it draws you in, man. And now I see that the Order actually did it themselves. The only negative I really think I would actually say about it, I really wish they would have had at least uh, a single player campaign co-op where you and a friend or 2 friends can like go and help each other out, killing things and stuff. That's basically my only negative I would actually say about it. But as far as the single player campaign in itself as being a 1 player type of game, it's okay. It's really decent. I implore everybody to really pick it up. And I'm trying to think, what else can I say about it? I don't want to give away too much, but you know what I mean? Just spoiler alert, but not really a spoiler alert. Like, just the way they ended it, man. You definitely got to see a sequel in the near future. And the characters themselves, you know what I mean? They actually feel like real um real people, you know what I mean? Like, you really are interacting with them in certain ways, which I actually like, you know what I mean? Not everybody's stagnant, not everybody's like just have this one monologue. Like, everybody has their own attitudes, their own personalities, their own style, you know what I mean? And that's what I like about it. It makes me, it reminds me of Gears a lot in that way, you know what I mean? Where, Marcus Phoenix, he's You know what I mean? He's brothers with Dom, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, and everybody else. And then he, you know, he's kind of protective of Anya sometimes. You know what I mean? Like that type of feel I like. Um, People was really shitting on the AI too, yo. You know what I mean? Like the enemies, they don't know what they're doing. I disagree. You know what I mean? They didn't there's times where I feel like they adjusted to the situation where they had to like, you know what I mean? You might see them in the corner being like, oh, you know, talking amongst themselves. And then let's say you did something like you shot a bullet or you threw a grenade. They're like, oh shit. They, you know what I mean? They quick to run the cover. They quick to shoot you. They even adjust where if you were trying to throw a grenade, they try to throw a grenade back. So I kind of like the idea of the AI. The AI wasn't too bad. The transition between the QTEs or whatever, people didn't like the fact that it was too heavy on that. I kind of disagree. It wasn't really too heavy, but they could have done a lot less with it. And I like the fact that they give you certain options where you had certain areas. You know what I mean? It wasn't all just press a button, press a button, press a button. Like there were some situations where they gave you options to either go this route or this route with a QTE, and depending on the route, you had a different result. That I actually like. Um, the replayability, I would say it is kind of low because there is no multiplayer. But I'm not asking for multiplayer. But I kind of asked that they should have had at least a co-op so you could like share the experience with a friend, whether it's locally or online, or add more content, which I'm hoping that they do. You know what I mean? If it gets a lot of good feedback, hopefully we'll get like maybe a DLC down the future where they added more chapters or new ways to play it. Everything should be as far as that goes. I would actually give it a 7 or 7.5. But that is to say is if I would have gave it a rating. Um, like I said before, I'm not really big on ratings because I really think they're overrated because people just like they just depend on people. Now, I just had to come up with this topic real quick because um I noticed like a lot of bigger companies were really shitting on the game, you know what I mean, giving it low ass reviews, but I don't just go to them, you know what I mean, I actually go to street level people, you know, people who actually picked up the game like 2 days early and try it out for themselves. And I noticed how the people that actually played it, you know, the consumers, me and you, everybody, you know what I mean, they actually like it and they actually gave it a better rating than all these bigger companies like GameSpot and IGN. Um, so like my little thing about that is like, you know what I mean, we all just gotta just play the game for ourselves. If you don't even want to buy it, like at least rent it or share play even. You know what I mean? Because you even got that feature. Maybe you know somebody that actually got it. Now it was funny to me that I had a certain individual. You know what I mean? I won't say his name or nothing, but he told me personally he wasn't gonna try to pick up this game because he looked at the reviews. He said it was shitty. And boy, as I was playing it and I was picking up the and I was checking my friends list to see who actually got it. I see a lot of my friends got it, so I was like, yeah, that's cool. That's what's up. We all supporting it. We all playing it. We were all talking. I went into a chat with them, tried to play it and talk about it. You know what I mean? I went to you know what I mean? Like if you want a quick platinum, you know what I mean, a platinum trophy, I recommend getting this game because you can get platinum really really easy. Which you know that's probably another little negative thing I will actually say about it. Like the trophies were like very simplistic. For those who don't even want to be spoiled with it, it basically just kills. You know what I mean? Just get this many kills, get that many kills, or collect this, collect that. That's basically all you're doing. You know what I mean? And within my second playthrough, I was able to get everything. So um, I don't know if I talked about the transitions, but the transition between it is very very flawless, man. Like you really can't. you really can't tell the difference. Like, you know how certain games, like they have the gameplay, and then they you show a loading screen, or you know when a cinematic comes in, because they, like, the game seems like it will be paused for a minute. You know what I mean? Not with this game though. This game looks like it was just like it just fluently walk into a cutscene, and then it will slowly comes back to a gameplay, and it will slowly come back to a cutscene, and you know what I mean. Now, people that don't want to play a movie, like, this is the direction I believe we should go. You know what I mean? It just shows that we can actually enjoy watching it as well as playing it. For those who playing it, holding the controller in their hand, they can enjoy the game on a physical level. And then those who probably watching them playing it can enjoy it because it feels like something you can just grab a bowl of popcorn and just munch away as you're watching a person playing it. You know what I mean? And it's just awesome, man. I'm planning on playing it again. I'm gonna be live streaming it soon, so those who want to check me out on Twitch, man, it's on Serpent20, man. Serpent20 for everything. If you want to get in touch with me, that's how you get in touch with me. I will answer Q&As and all that, so look forward to that. And that's all I'm going to say about it, man. That's all I'm going to say about this video. Hopefully you guys like it, and I'll be planning on doing another video, maybe the next week or the following week after that. And with that being said, I'm out of here. Peace.